So I get asked this particular question all the time. Well, Julie, if I'm looking at the camera to make eye contact with my audience, how the heck am I supposed to read their body language or know what's going on with them? So I'm going to show you, but it involves a little bit of work on your part. I'm going to give you a little eye test, and I promise it's painless. What I want you to do is I want you to make sure that this video right now of me is as close to your camera as possible, or that you're using the full screen on your monitor for this video. And why don't you pause if you need to get that set up? Okay, everybody ready? You have the video as close to your camera as possible or full screen. So what I'm going to do is in a moment, I'm going to say go. And that means you're going to change your focus from the screen to your camera. And you're going to hold it there for about 10 seconds or until I say stop. And then I'm going to ask you a couple questions. Okay? Are you ready? All right. Eyes on camera, Scout's honor, and go. Okay, you can look back at your screen now. So what did you see while you were focused on the camera? Did you see me turn my head? Did you see me lean back, smile, nod, tilt my head, chin on my hands, leaning forward? If you did, you're like most people and you're able to use your peripheral vision to see what's going on while you're focused on something else. The thing is, we don't really use our peripheral vision very consciously. We use it in sports, or we use it when somebody comes up behind us, it kicks into gear. But we can start to use it more in virtual meetings. It's a really powerful skill to be able to assess what your customer is feeling or thinking as you're maintaining that connection through the camera. Now, of course, peripheral vision isn't the only way to read body language, but once you learn to rely on it a little more, you can start to relax in the sense that you have a pretty good general idea of how your audience is taking this conversation and the state that they're in. And then, of course, if you see some behavior that's disconcerting, you see a lot of this back and forth or leaning back, looking disinterested persistently, then you want to check in on that on more of a micro level, right? But being able to use your peripheral vision to get a general sense of how your audience is receiving what you're saying or taking in your conversation is a really powerful skill to start to develop so that you can maintain that connection that you try so hard to establish with your audience.